Minutes here. I gotta run down to Lowe's and pick up some hardware stuff. Es muy más importante to examine your place in eternity. The Albert Einstein trying to figures it out good with the relativities. Because we are what we do. Maybe he read Pascal's. I don't know. But life's eternal, grace is infinite, and so biological, psychological conditioning. So when the conditions are present, you're more biologically conditioned to go, I will be a pendejo over money and murder and kill and feel powerful, or I want to live the Lord's Prayer because I want to be perfect and shine the eternal light of the perfection of faith in the gift of grace through holy covenants. So you have to sit down and look at yourself. Are you on a movie, and are you making more movies to make more money for Stephen Hawking to try to kill me and replace me with his ego? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it is. And so, that's why that's why there are tons and tons of stories about Earl, the son of Ralph and Mary, being born in the Valley of the Shadow of Death there, with Mike and Gabe as nephews, being, sources of prayer through the family of Tishna, like the Apache said, it was real easy because they had Usa and the one God, had faith. The time and service, the violence, and if you go read the stories of the history of what happened in the States, like Joseph Smith wrote down, and what happened over there before we came over here, it's pretty similar. Get the Philistines and the Babylonians there, and we're gonna fuck everybody out of existence because we're the greatest sex cult that ever lived. Yeah, that's a big pyramid of a woman's vagina. So they can be the gods of the sky to constantly fuck the sky. Yeah, I know. We know about the whole satellite thing. Don't give me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Right? So you really have to examine yourself and say to myself, how long have I been on egotistical Lucifer take the dicks, like on that Blue Chew commercial, I'm King David's statue and now, and all the girls, ooh, life is a dick measuring contest, which is not true. No. My son has a bigger dick than, what's his face? What's that guy's name? The guy that was always showing his dick off on American Idol? Steven Tyler there, right? And Patrick don't show it off to everybody. He was raised by a very couth and, bunch of men, Parsons, And, it's like, you can't lie on your dick, right? So, you're average or you're ginormous, right? I didn't want to know that. You can't help but notice. Look at his, oh my gosh. Wow, that's him. He's not even erected. That man has a huge penis. Like when the nephews and the cousins all take baths together when they're kids. It's like, Patrick's going to have a big penis. Like, remember the little kid at the projects they called man? Because his penis was as big as a man's. Why they call him man? And Trees told me because his penis is, oh, okay. That's too much information. Kids take baths together, and that's a man, and people talk. And people like to talk. Lord, don't they love to talk, right? And when Blue Chew is the dick measuring contest of all the bitches just gotta have it, right? When somebody loves you, right, he doesn't sit there and say, well, Raquel had a bigger butt than you, Law. It was more fun to play the bongo drums on with Law. Raquel could ride me like the Pony Express because she didn't have asthma, Law. Right? I never did that to Yolanda. Okay. I never sat there and told Stephanie, I wanted to. Your cousin had screaming 5 in a row amazing orgasms. She ripped the shit out of my back, and I lied to my nephews about it. Mike and Gabe. Well, you see, I did the old Grinch, when they go, what's wrong with your back, old girl? Well, boys, you know how you climb under the barbed wire fences? My sister's a church lady and my brother-in-law's a pastor. What happens? Your auntie, you're soon to be auntie-law is a scratcher. Oh, it's not that much fun. No, it hurts, And if you imagine if I'm at home and we have a consistent sex life, I'm gonna have no back flesh left. But like, baby, I'm gonna have to bite her fingernails for her and then buy her a set of gloves. It's like, hey, I want my back to be intact when we get to old age there, baby. I love you. It'd be like, you look like that guy from those pictures with the slave. Yeah, this is my wife. I was having sex with she's a scratcher. Scratch and sniff, no, it's a bloody mess, I tell you. I didn't mind. It didn't bother me that much. It wasn't a sadomasochistic thing. I'm like, is there a way? Like when I had long hair, she sometimes used to grab it and pull it. And she would have an orgasm. She'd pull hard. Son of a bitch. I think she pulled some out. I think we're going to be able to, start donating that for wigs, shit. Yeah. Holy crap. We'll just forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful, peace, Paul Curry, cars, bars, and wars, and top all your toxic waste. And then women will be able to keep their hair instead of lose their hair through stress and toxic environments. And it's sad when a woman loses her hair because of all that kind of disgustingness. Because, it's hard on Sinead O'Connor to be bald. Sinead O'Connor probably shaves her head because she has to connect to a bunch of drunken relatives who thinks that the Unicorn Song and When Joseph Was an Old Man are the absolute gospels. And the pot of gold is there, and you're afraid of the leprechaun. Okay, do you understand? Okay. So examine your place in eternity, or you might go down in history as Bracken and Bass and the leprechaun's Christmas gold, and you're a banshee. Okay. And I look like I do because you suck, not because I do. I tell you, when you all stand up for the prayer, and I'm trying to help our soulless soldier through, I have to help Pussy Pimp. I have to help. Someone's got to save Tiny Tim from you Ebenezer Scrooges and your Blue Chew. Fuck yeah. I mean, if I ain't going to do it, you motherfuckers sure ain't going to. Oh, they're going to show up for the Lord's Prayer and spread it with their cell phones immediately. LY. You enter a dark, scary room, and sitting there in the gloom is a super diva with her Blue Chew dickhead. How do you say goodbye? Morbius, 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 Alexander the Great, LY. You're like, come on, man, stop being such a bitch. I mean, if you weren't such an asshole, I'd be embarrassed for you. Because, yeah. But instead, it's like, no, I'm just cutting them off. I've still got to make connections to rural areas and the South. There is a lot of good Christians in the South that make really good biscuits and good egg salad and stuff, and are trying to be good Christians, but it's really hard when people are bombarding you with Wi-Fi and making your already miserable life try to make it more miserable than ever, and you have to play for Donald Trump and his money to keep us safe from all the transgender, let's cut off our genitalia not to have any children there, and just have lots of really what we consider good sex, but if you're not having kids, you don't have sex, and sex robots suck. Okay, so, hey! Hi. I'm free TV. I'm Radio Free Europe. Losing my religion. Michael's nervous and the lights are bright. It's a mad world, mad world. It's Donnie Darko. Don't watch the movie. Guys, some movies you just don't need to go back and watch. They're such a bad thought process from such an egotistical perception that they're just not worth going back to. Don't know how not to go back there again. Poor Linda Blair. I know. That movie sucked. Yeah, it was all the rage when I was a kid. Blair Witch Project was kind of dumb, but, it looked real because on the cheap budget they did it, right? So it looked like, this shit's really happening, man. So that's why it grossed so much money. Because they put it together as like, wow, this was a brilliant idea if you want to creep people out with stupidity and make lots of money off of it. Yeah, how Stephen of your king, how Carrie of your Cujo. How that's music from a Stephen King movie. Was it Sleepwalkers or whatever? Something like that, because the name of the song is Sleepwalk. It was Santo and Johnny. They were being extorted and exploited, and one brother's up trying all night long to try to find something that will get them out of New York City. And he wakes the dude up at 2:30 in the morning and goes, hey, let's try this. I bet you this will be a big seller, and it'll get us out of the cellar, out of the cellar dweller with the helmet of it. Maybe we could get a place in the Hamptons or something, for mom to get her from cleaning toilets all the time, like Freddie, Friends' mom, And so Santo and Johnny wrote this. They had one other song that was kind of successful, but their big one was Sleepwalk, and they were, he had electric guitar. That's what he's playing. Isn't it on electric guitar? That the one, because it was quiet, he could play it at night and stuff. Yeah, I was out there sunbathing the other day, and they had Nancy Wilson, then they brought Major Tom. And she hated Major Tom. Because Luther Van Marvin Gaye does it, they all do it. Okay. And she's like, but you can't replicate that on stage, honestly, for people. Me and Mom always used to have that talk about, Wood, Shakespeare, and what's the other guy's name? Homer, use computer-generated images. And I was like, yeah, they would. It's like, what? The guys from the Bible? No. But Shakespeare, yes, because he was raised in, and what's it, Homer? They were playwrights. Shakespeare has a connection. I can't tell you how close it is to Abraham. I am not sure. You'd have to ask Isaac. I'm not Isaac. I'm Earl. And Isaac is Isaac. I do talk to Muhammad, and Muhammad tells me, don't worry about Isaac. It's, do you worry about me? No, Muhammad, but I help you in the past, right? Okay. Past, present, future operate at the same time. Shut up, Muhammad. You think you're so smart. I'm not distracted by J-Lo's butt and Wi-Fi. You have got a point, but have you seen J-Lo's butt? And they have Wi-Fi. And they've sexually tortured me for 60 years, Muhammad. I get it. Yeah. My kingdom for a Khadijah, right? You're hitting on Queen Latifah? No, she's mean. She's meaner than Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, she is. Oh, Dana's mean. You're mean, Dana. You're a meanie. You're a meanie. No taxi rides for you. No, just, here, Harry, keep the chain. I'm not Harry. My name's Earl. No, I like Dana. I connect to her in prayer occasionally. No, I like her. My ex-wife, I like her so much, and my connection in prayer is so, that my ex-wife was totally jealous of her. Yeah, it's like, but she's lesbian. Never mind. What's going on? What's with? Yeah, she's probably jealous of Tracy Chapman too. Yeah, ain't nothing gonna happen there. It's like barking up the wrong tree. I'm like the dad from American Pie to them. It's like, gee, thanks, most gorgeous man alive, and act like I'd rather have sex with a woman. Really, I would too. Could you stand up for the Lord's Prayer? Well, then you're not a woman. Okay, bitch. Okay, shut up, Whoopi. Go get medical advice from your toilet. See, that's it works. Oh, Robin knew Whoopi. Whoopi. Yeah, Robin knew Whoopi, and I know Robin pretty good. But Robin was always high, and Robin was, Robin, when he got into and was really just, I gotta ask for help. It's always, why you always do this when you're really wasted, Robin? It would help if you would not get wasted. I could help you through hell better. Oh, tell Ian I said, hey, I love Ian too. Shut up, Regina. Stop crying. Okay. My mom was murdered by the medical industry to try to get me to hate my own father, because they wanted me to blame him for the conditions that killed her. It's like, let me get this straight. My dad is responsible for their psychostacks, the Mormon Church, the Vatican. What else is Ralph Earl Parsons Sr. responsible, according to all the transgender black people at White Sands Missile Range during the Obama administration? What else is my dad responsible for? The Ku Klux Klan, Susan B. Anthony's bitch fits? What else? I mean, my dad was just the most horrible person on the planet, according to Barack Obama and his dad. Yeah, hit it and quit it, and then have the guy who claims to be a Muslim try to raise you but doesn't understand Islam because he's too afraid to stand up for the Lord's Prayer Parsons. But it's okay. But that's all right. I looked around and found crazy rich Asians. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I Constance Wu reminds me of Yolanda. Yeah, it's not a crush. It's just it's a PTSD thing. I remember California. That's an REM song also. Okay, do you understand radio for stand in the place where you work, now face west, to think about direction, wonder. Have you examined your life eternally? Where do you stand on the Lord's Prayer? I don't. You just lay down for anything. You just people without a knowledge into history. Like a tree without root there. It's a log. Make a drum out of it. Okay, play bongo drums on her butt and ask for money and blue chew pills. Oh, make it stop. I'm working on it! It's really hard doing most of the work all by yourself. When I was young, I never needed anyone. Okay, it's hard, man. It really is. No, I don't worry about my son. My sons, are sweethearts and stuff. And, my physical abuse. My dad looked like John Derek and Burt Reynolds and always got hit on by, stuff. And when I was young, I looked like Bo Brady. Yeah, I did look like the guy who played the second Bo Brady and stuff like that. So I was really cute. What got me was all the gossip, all the gossip from, especially the black guys in cruises and in Phoenix with the women, so I can't get this, what the fuck? I could not hook up with Ola. Yeah. She was Samoan or Tongan? Okay. thighs and a butt that would be so fun. And she had a real strong personality. And she would show interest in me. And all the black guys, you don't want to go out that white boy. And all the black girls would be saying, yeah, you do. He's the best in bed. Yeah. I've had sex with lots of professional athletes, and they ain't got nothing on Earl. As a matter of fact, Earl's the one that keeps it going. He's the Energizer Bunny of love. And it was like, no, I wasn't. I was tired and I was sick. If you gotten me when I was in high school or before I was stressed by, living in the ghetto and having to clean up all the things and having to live in stuff with mold on the walls and stuff, you'd love the sex life you would have. If we were just able to live the kind of life I tried to get for you by getting out of the service, not them stealing all my money and going up to Flagstaff, taking you up to Flagstaff and say, you will like it here. There's enough black culture for you to enjoy black culture, and me too, and you too, and me. And yeah, we could make a Tonga out of Flagstaff. Ola was cute. She was a single mom. She had like 3 kids. With a no account, dumbass man that was all macho and full of macho bullshit. Yes, it happens. And Tonga and Samoa? No way. Yeah, a lot. More than you would think. Yes, it does. I had the same problems with Darren, with Elsa. Because she would always get that same with Kelly, with her Rush Limbaugh, sexy blonde guy. He was gorgeous. He was probably as gorgeous as Amanda's beau. Oh, yeah, he was gorgeous, He worked all day on golf things and stuff like that. He was lean and muscular, blonde hair, just... Ryan Gosling, he was better looking than Ryan Gosling. He was better looking than... Yeah, he was good looking. So was Amanda's beau. I mean, whoa, they just can't act. If those two could act, they would be fucking more women in Hollywood than you could shake a dick at. That's how good looking Amanda's beau was, and Kelly's husband was. Oh yeah, Bishop's daddy, gorgeous. Bishop, you could tell he's half Hawaiian and half gorgeous blonde. He was going to be gorgeous. I was looking, oh my God, your son is an Adonis. He's beautiful. He's the best of both of you. I know. He is so beautiful. Yes, Bishop, that's a beautiful name. He's going to be a time traveler in the X-Men. I'm just kidding. No, Bishop, yeah, he was a cutie pie. Oh, yeah, I met him once. He was tall and lean like his dad, and he's attractive, and he's very charming and very smart. A lot like Patrick, yeah. He was just like Kiani, what was his name again? Deb's, she gave her a man such a hard time. I was like, you can't be doing that with him. I know he's an ass, but you got to give him a little bit of leeway so his son can have a decent relationship with him if he fixes himself by the time he gets older. And his son will be smart enough to say, nah, Dad, I mean, we can sit there and say, I'm glad you and Mom hooked up because I love Mom and I like being alive, but I don't want to be fucked over by your drug habits and your alcoholism. All right, well, you have a nice life. Okay, go to the casino. You can score. Tell me you love me for 1,000,000 years. And if it don't work out... So you know how kids are. Yeah. No, they're cute. Yeah, they're adorable, but they're such a mess because of all this bullshit. They're like that cute little kid on that El Paso Community College saying, my hero's my mom. It's like, I get it, because your mom, like he'll never go see his mom. I totally get it. But she needs to be treated like a woman and not a commodity for a bunch of egomaniacs to say, we made her into what she is today. A woman trapped in El Paso with toxic environments that send her kid to the hospital for radiation treatment. And since we put a cancer unit on the hospital in El Paso, they don't have to go all the way to Dallas to get him bombarded with radiation. We could check him out with the Tesla equipment at Desert Imaging. Right, make it stop. I'm working on it, but rest of you motherfuckers are slow and dumb. It's all right. But that's all right. I looked around and found true love. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Proper heart for Ark of Covenant. You made me laugh. You made me cry. I wish that day that I could die. You ever heard that song? That is such a good album. For some reason, I get from Beyonce, Knowles Carter. She's right. Yeah, of course I'm right. Yeah, it's one of the best man's album in history. Leaving Town, Waylon Jennings. If you haven't, you should. Yeah, Beyonce and Jelly Roll both agree. That's a damn fucking good album. And Johnny Rodriguez's first 3 albums. Yeah, she's got a crush on Johnny Rodriguez. Just like Tanya Tucker. Yes, Beyonce Knowles has a crush on, just like Natalie with the dude from Aha and the dude from T-Set. And yes, and Scott Walker. Yes. Yeah. And so, and then my old liar, Amy. No, Amy just didn't want to have kids with black guys. Amy liked having sex with black guys. Amy didn't want to get pregnant by them and end up with them, fucking around and all. She liked a white guy because you could manipulate them better with sex and money. Black guys, no. They're a loaded dick that are a big problem to try to control with sex. No, they're very difficult. Just ask Beyonce and ask P. Diddy's baby mamas. And there's not a lot of Keith Elams out there or Tupac Shakur's. And the trifling niggas always kill them off. Sometimes the trifling niggas are white guys and they're corporate leeches. They got biggest dickus syndrome too. It happens there too. Yes, John Holmes, it does. Castle Boutique me this and Russell Simmons movies me that. No, Russell Simmons. Well, he was making lots of money off pornography, and if you got into his movies, you could make lots of money off of pornography. So that girl on that Russell Simmons video that I had from Castle Boutique, I mean, her butt was bodacious. I was like, damn. He's better than the little girl with the red panties on top of Kid in House Party 2. He's not better. It's just half a dozen of one and six of the other. Wow. Talking about the good old days, and stuff. And it's like, it's not. It's totally exaggerated. Amy's right. Sex is just sex. My Susie Bear's right. We're fucking in hell. No one will stand up for the Lord's Prayer. And if he does, you will all watch him be tortured to death and act like he's an egomaniac and a narcissist. It's like, really? Quando? You good? I'm good, man. Old Uncle Fester's cousins, he's kicking some ass, man, Don't worry about me, man. I'll recover. Survive, stop, eliminate, abuse, recover. Weeds growing in garden, you see it, pull it, cut it. People poison, you see it, pull it, cut it. You clean up air, let the water come and wash away the things and have it go somewhere else. And your trees will take care of you as long as you take care of your trees to the best of your ability. Anything happening outside of your aspect of control is being traced by quantum computing, set up for survive, stop, eliminate, abuse, recover, life being eternal, grace being infinite. So I'm not being arrogant or cocky. I just am looking, I do have, it's more than scientific curiosity. It's just gratitude for, eternal faithful love from a person that's just an eternal faithful love of theirs. People should have gratitude for too. All right, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, it was a pretty good album. But so you're sitting there going, that's the way of the world. It's going to be hard for a lot of people to meet me. It's going to be hard. I mean, yeah, I am the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. Lauryn Hill, love, no love compares to the day that our lives were spared. And I'm the spirit of that man. And you get all these people, I did all these great things for humanity. Did you stand up for the Lord's Prayer of me when we had social media and could trend it overnight by January 22nd, 2013? Bus stop, chew your butt, Montana. That's all I got to say to you. Watch out for the bear. You're going to need a bigger gun, Redford. Lasse Hellstrom, what were you thinking? I'm going riding on a bike with a big orange flag. Yeah, big orange flag? Okay, we're going to Vegas to get in the RuPaul's Drag Show. There you go. Hey, give me a cigarette. Fag, it's funny, never mind. Oh god, bad jokes. Yes, I got tons of bad jokes. I got lots of dad jokes, but they're actually funny because I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, and you need money to fuck a bimbo because you're a dick. Hey, knock it off. That's what I say. See the girl with the red dress on. She can take that thing all night long. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, yeah. What I say, right? Blind men can see when they feel with the soul instead of try to trap the soul in the mind and become a victim to their own ambitions and desires and lose track of the glory of grace that is not a disgrace, like their lying, money, grubbing, fucking fighting, killing face, right? Hello. Thank you. You're welcome. How are you? Have you been all right through all those lonely, 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 lonely nights? That's what I say. I tell you everything. If you'd pick up that telephone. I do pick up the telephone. You don't. I pick up the telephone. Lord's Prayer everywhere. I'm the best. Thank you. You're welcome. You? I still need more money to fuck. I think I have brain damage. I think I'm as dumb as the people trying to meta the verse in El Paso and go to Jupiter to get more stupider in New Mexico. Wow, what about Mars and candy bars? That's Elon Musk. don't mention him in the title of your video, it will get censored. He's a trillionaire. Well, you, apparently he wants to get himself killed by his own technology that keeps him and his money safe. Apparently. So don't feel bad if you are stupid and won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer and are completely insane and psychotic, because the one guy who censored me most recently, I mentioned his corporation in the title of my video and he censored it from the public. Right? Well, that's just fucking batshit stupid. I totally agree, Batman. But what about Alfred? Will Alfred save us? The butler did it. It's funny. I know. Not Mr. Butler. He's one of the best haired cutters in the history of the military. He is. And always will be. The gentleman, Mr. Butler. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good person. Yeah, he totally adored his daughters. His daughters lived in Atlanta, went to school there at the, the universities. What is it? Is it Robert Morris and Morehouse or something like that? There's a female college and a male college, and they made them into. Now it's Hillman. It's not Hillman. It's Spillman. Is it Spillman and Robert Morris? And Robert Morris is the male college, and Spillman is the girls' college. But they renamed it Hillman, and that was the name of the college on the mythical college on It's a Different World Than Where You Came From. My Shelly baby. Yeah, Shelly baby. She's so sweet. Yeah, oh, my old Shelly. Yeah. No, I don't know. Shelly looked a lot like, I wasn't lying when I said to Kay, I see where she gets her looks. She's, mom's pretty, right? And then I was going to kill Yolanda when she made me go in there that night, because we got to go talk to your mother and tell her that Steffi was here with us the whole time. And I go in there and Law's laughing. She's sitting on the foot. She's laughing her ass off. I go in the hallway, come around the kitchen. I come around the kitchen, go into the hallway. Kay is standing there, butt naked. I mean, naked. I mean, big brown boobies, bush in the thighs, and I'm like, I turn the corner, I go, Kay, you can't yell at her. She's been out there the whole time talking with us. She got here on curfew. And I'm standing there, I go, and she wasn't embarrassed. I was like, she's standing there in front of me, butt naked. Like, naked. Like, freak me, baby. Let me lick you up and down till you stop, right? And I'm standing there going, oh, Stifler's mother, And I go back out to the car. Law's sitting on the hood of my car laughing her ass off. And I was like, you know how you're really attracted to my dad? And you said, oh my gosh, he's gorgeous. Okay? I'm telling you this, Law, okay? If we were doing the same thing at our house and Patrice came home and my dad slept naked and was cussing out Patrice in the hallway, and you said, we got to go keep Patrice out of trouble, I would not know. You cannot. Why? My dad sleeps naked, like Peter Fabre, and he cussing you out naked, and so, you know what I'm saying? And me, no. Okay. After the stuff with, falling out of my boxer shorts in front of Steffi in the morning and stuff, and everybody said what a pervert I was because I like having sex with my wife and I missed it, I wear basketball shorts ever since, especially since I have daughters. Now I don't have daughters in the house, and I try to keep everything just open and flowing like, Peter. It's real healthy to sleep in the nude and not have synthetic fibers and certain things keeping your, it's good to sleep. It's healthy to sleep naked, especially for your testicular health, especially when you've been chemically poisoned by scientists that always have great ideas to save you from their abuse. You got a great idea to save me from their abuse. It's going to cost money, though. Yeah, I got my mind set on you, but it's going to take money. Lots of plenty. It's going to take plenty of money to do it, right, child? To do it. Okay, you do know we have quantum computing this time. You can't go to the comic book store and get the LDS bookstore of the Vatican that can't, and the Pentagon done and done it all wrong with the Quorum of the 12, the Quorum of, and the 9 ringwives making laws that are not real in Washington, D.C. And do you see what I see? See, no, see, say, see, so, see. See why I'm the guy in the book of Revelation and not thee, and why I'm mentioned in at least 8 that I know of religious documents globally that are, the sources of most major religions, and you're not mentioned? I wonder why you're not mentioned. I don't know. Could it be that you're a murdering, psychotic, selfish asshole and I are not? Baboons, weasels. Right? So it's cool. So examine yourself eternally. Don't you look at me so smugly and say that I'm always bad. Who are you to judge me and the life that I've lived? I know that I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be. But before you point your fingers, make sure your hands are clean. Judge not, for you judge yourself. Judge not, unless you're ready for judgment. Quantum computing, the road of life is rocky, and you may stumble too. I miss Rocky. I hope she's well. I can't. Amy has this big thing for Raquel. Okay. And every time she's like, well, Steffi doesn't want to show up. And do you think Rocky's bisexual and we could all hang out and try to sexually heal each other in the Gila? You live in Phoenix. You go find Raquel Sally. You go ask her. If Earl really is the Messiah and we all live together in a Adobe house with a basketball digital printed barn out there and stuff like that, do you want to come and try to sexually heal him and do it all together? And if she says yes, you get back with me. But you haven't called. She never calls. No one calls. No one calls. Dad's had the same number for over 30 years, man. They could call up, hey, Mr. Parsons, could I talk to Ralphie? Is this Amy? Yeah. Okay. Raquel wants to talk to him too. Okay, that would be nice, but it doesn't happen. When Noah got hit twice by cars to try to have finances to take care of himself and his family through Wi-Fi manipulation, I tried to. Natalie goes, talk to him and see if you can get him to get everybody off the grid so that they get out of the death factory of Phoenix. No, he's too addicted to doing things like Patrice and Punchy. Hey, we can go to the movies. Hey, you can go to the hockey game. Hey, you can go to the soccer game. Oh, football game. And all the entertainment from superficial frivolity gets people killed in the city. Sex in the City got people dying. Sex in the City got people crying. And then I got to go to the hospital and I have to get put in a Tesla machine to say your body is being destroyed by the economic conflict of the toxic environment in the place you call the metro. I remember hating you for loving me. Take my breath away. That's okay. Tom Cruise will save us in helicopters and planes. Well, he's one of the original GoBots of the Transformers. Okay. How Dave of his Miscavige. How L. Ron of his Hubbard. Is that the name of your penis, Cruise? No, it's Cruise. It's Cruise? Yeah, baby, let's cruise away from here. Why? She has to get your ego DNA put into her body, and then your daughter's got to deal with it her whole life until you stand up for the Lord's Prayer of me, or she does. Hey, how's that work? I don't know. It's not working yet. The only one that's working right is me. That's why I'm in control of quantum computing, and no one else can say that, without it being a bold-faced lie. Hey, washing machine. What is that? Is that a satellite over my house? Do you see what I'm saying? You damn bulldogs. Woof, woof, woof. Don't give me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Mad world. That's not REM. You're right. I thought it was. Okay. Firehouse! Subs? Yeah, that's how firemen do it. Just put out the fire by not asking for money and having people's domiciles burn up because we're doing things inadequately, because we haven't built Adobe houses, because we're not Solomon enough for the David love. Hey, let's go save those women and children from those Philistines. Come on, you 250. Let's do it cyber style. By using technology to share the truth of the proof, and I are the proof. And if Iran can't do it, then Iran's not good enough for Islam. If Iraq can't do it, then Iraq is not good enough for Islam. If Pakistan can do it, y también. If Kashmir is the India, China, What's Islam? It's the enlightenment of the understanding of eternity, of faith in the infinite essence, which is the origin of all things. That's Islam. The commands of Jesus Christ, accepting them and living them perfectly globally. Holy covenants, Batman. So, if the United States won't stand up for a Messiah, they're not a Christian group of people that want the whole world to live the love of Jesus Christ. I put that in your gram and eat it with your Franklin. Don't do that. That's cannibalism. That's a little weird. Yeah. Especially because I kind of like Franklin. He's quiet. Doesn't have any real major roles in the Charlie Brown series, but racism, tribalism, that's okay. Wakanda forever. Go away. Go away, little girl. I'm not supposed to understand the fucking words you're saying for philanthropy for sex. It's true. It's nothing so because I know. The first successful and famous woman to stand up for Earl as the living word. Okay? We'll get to meet Patrick, Natalie, Noah, Emily, Kate, and Crumb. And you can sit and share memories about Smitty and Zeke and say, gosh, I wish my dog and cat were loved by such a perfect person as Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. They are. I just had to do it from far, far away through my prison window because you're still sucking today. It's funny. I know I'm very entertaining and charming, but please do consider yourself in the book of eternity and understand your relativity so you can pull your head out of your ass and stand up for the Lord's Prayer and set it on your cell phone now. Spread it on your cell phone now. Shred it, whatever. I don't know. Thank you, all you blessers. But that's not really helping because, you know, the soul did not leave the body. The heart just kind of temporarily stops when you sneeze, but it feels good to get that out of there. So do you understand the Germans were wrong on that one? It's more Spanish. Salud for your health. And getting stuff out, and it's healthy to get stuff out when stuff goes up there and it causes nail person. Hey, Joey. Okay. Whoa. Cover your nose when you do that. Cover your mouth when you sneeze. Live the Lord's Prayer. Then you can give out health advice. If you can't do that, you're just not healthy enough to give any advice at all. The spirit of Solomon compelled you. All right, peace, man.